Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. We are here for the transfer deadline. Thanks everyone for joining us. I thought I would get dressed up for the occasion and try and get into the garb, get into the spirit of the transfer deadline day. So thanks to everyone who's going to be joining us for this one. Fist bumps on arrival, guys. We've got a few days of business to catch up on. We did our last stream. We did all these streams on Wednesday. So the transfer deadline tonight being a Monday, we've only got a couple of days to catch up with. And that'll be a big part of the stream tonight. But we're also going to be looking out for breaking news, any transfers that run in towards the deadline, which is in like an hour or so from now. And yeah, it should be good fun. Of course, we like to jump down a few rabbit holes, look at different opportunities I've opened up for some of the cards. But yeah, fist bumps everyone on arrival. If you like transfer deadline day, Quinny, hit the like button. Show your support, of course, and just help YouTube know we're having a laugh here. We're having a good time as we hurtle towards the transfer deadline for the winter window of 2025 across European and world football. But yeah, looking good, guys. Thanks very much for all the fist bumps on arrival. It should be a good one. I've had a lot of fun with these streams over the last week or two. And I must confess, guys, I've dipped into the market off the back of these streams one too many times. And we'll maybe touch on little bits of that as we run towards the deadline. I've actually got a bit of a sweat on at the moment. I've got Girona and Las Palmas on this screen here. I'm one decisive away from anyone but Yangel Herrera, who's in my squad. And I'll be second, guaranteed. We'll be looking at chasing down first as well, depending on how the rest of it shakes out. Killison pen save cost Yangel Herrera a penalty one, sadly. And it might help me out an extra 10 points or so. No court appearance. No. I used to be a businessman. I have 2 tie racks of ties to select from for the show tonight, which took me a lot of time. And I thought I'll go with the yellow and black, try and get into the transfer deadline day yellow kind of Jim White kind of legacy mode, as it were. But yeah, thanks everyone that's joining us, and just coincidentally had a haircut and stuff like that today as well. So hopefully look in the park, guys, and say fist bumps to everyone on arrival. And let me know what you guys have been up to in this transfer window. Is there any moves that you've went after? Have you doubled down on? Have you made any kind of market adjustments off the back of, like buy a guy cheap and sell them on the way up? Did you make any faux pas? Did you overbuy on someone that the move didn't materialize on? Not looking at anyone, Iheanacho. But yeah, it's been a roller coaster. And after today, once the deadline closes off, we'll have a bunch of content over the next couple of days, like top picks from the window, things I've did in the window, and we'll have lots of good fun. Is this Chairman Quinny? Yeah, it might do. We've actually, side note for anyone that cares, but I've had the discussion with the administrators, signed the NDA for Dumbarton and all that good stuff. And Dumbarton, yellow and black. So there's maybe a wee bit of a foreshadowing there. Maybe this is Chairman Quinny. And I should have the investor pack in the next couple of days. And once I've got that, then I know much better about what the club should be valued at, what the bid will be, yada, yada. We can do a lot more stuff. So, yeah, looking forward to it, guys. Dressed for the occasion, of course. Dressed to kill and all that good stuff. So, any news that comes on the timeline, live chat, I'm needing news to help me out here. I'll also be on the timeline kind of duetting with this as well. And I'll do my best to make sure I can bring all the breaking news. I've already got all the little things, like so if we get any breaking news, we can pop it down here. If we get any done deals, we can maybe slide it in there, you know. So we've got some things locked and loaded, ready to go. We should have some fun with it tonight. But this is the 4th stream that we've did this month, reviewing the transfers in the January transfer window. What we normally do is go to FootMob and we run through the last couple of days worth of transfers. Now, the last time we left off, we were looking at Adam Matthews making his return to British football, or the UK, whatever. Shamrock Rovers, back in the hoops for him. And Arno Verschuren had moved to Sparta Rotterdam as the last SO5 card I remember looking at. And really, the last couple of days has been quite busy. I'm not sure if there's anything in particular that was overly headline making, but I know once the Champions League draw was made, European stuff was all kind of ironed out. It did feel like a little bit of a bottleneck situation had been relieved, and we started to see a lot more moves going around. In the last couple of days here, as we're catching up to speed, Andy Delort, maybe we did see that actually in POV. We maybe actually seen these ones. There is Lerdinho. Lerdinho has moved from Al Shabab to Vasco da Gama. And Lerdinho is a left back who doesn't actually look too happy. And Serginho also on also a whole new left side there for Vasco across those two guys, which is fun. But maybe we've seen them last time actually, not the late Dino, but the guy just before it. So yeah, let's see what other transfers we've had. Marcusson, of course, moving from Brazilian football to Argentinian football, putting a bit of extra pressure on Leandro Bray. Of course, I know a lot of you guys looking at the Boca cards. And let's get some comments up on screen. Good evening, peeps, to you all. Nico Gonzalez from Porto to City for 60 mil. That is a huge one. And Nico Gonzalez has been like a poor man's Rodri, really, in Porto, hasn't he? Quite okay in La Liga without hitting the highs. And when guys don't do that great in La Liga, but then do great in Portugal, it normally makes me feel a wee bit nervous on how well they might do with a move like that. I don't know what that means, TJ Doc, but fist bump, good to see you. Thanks very much, guys. And yeah, I clean up not too bad. And you got to remember, I met my wife before social media and before dating apps and all that good stuff. So looking the part and having some A game, is very much something that survival of the fittest. It comes to being a young man on the town and all that good stuff. But yeah, thanks for the support, guys. Love all the banter, of course, that's in the chat tonight. I think my gallery is slowly building in terms of cards. Nice. I've been using the, I think the transfer window is a great opportunity to build in cards. And Jay Karen, mainly stinkers. I thought of strikers there, sorry. And lots of deals went down Friday. Yeah, I think that was the way I kind of felt as well. And Marcusson started last night. So yeah, Leandro Bray. I'll pick up the Sky Blues. There we go. So yeah, Marcusson looks like he's getting in there at Boca Juniors. Cedric Hattenboer, not to be confused with Hattenboer, the guy who plays in Italy. And yeah, I'm not too sure if there's any big. It just felt like, yeah, Emi Buendia moving to Leverkusen is a bit of a weird one, I thought. SO5 wise, it's not anything I'm mad interested in, to be honest with you. Maybe feels Leverkusen are doing Aston Villa a bit of a hand here because, Aston Villa have been very frequent shoppers at Bayer Leverkusen over the last couple of years. And Hakim Ziyech has been released as a free agent from Galatasaray. I wonder if we'll see in this scroll later on that he's signed for someone. I forget if he's actually moved on as such. We had Danilo confirming his move to Flamengo. Eliaf Yilmaz, who was close to moving to Valencia, has made the move to Torino eventually. So he's back in Italian football after previously being at Napoli. Cedric Suarez went from being a free agent to Sao Paulo, and that's actually, like non-EU contender has been something I've been quite interested in. And Cedric Suarez, is a good fullback, isn't he? Now he is a fullback. So at Sao Paulo, he might still kill you with a 25 or something. But this is a guy that is pretty not too bad. Yeah, this doesn't really get to show his good stuff, to be honest with you, but I think Cedric Suarez in Brazil could actually be a pretty good player. Bit of a one you need to take a bit of a hunch on there, but that's one. Sao Paulo, one of the more dominant teams in the division. Cedric Suarez, a guy that can be on the edge, the periphery of the Portugal national team when he's in proper form. I've lost his place now. Where the hell is he? Oh, there he's there. So I quite like that move, actually. I think that's a good one, especially if you had the card already. It's a bit of a win. Is it something I'd go out and get? Not overly, but certainly something to look at. Joseph Aidu has finally left Celta Vigo and he's went to Valladolid. That could be okay for him. But yeah, nothing too incredible in terms of those first couple of moves. And then the guy from Tottenham has went to QPR on loan. Joe Gauchi has went to Barnsley on loan. That is interesting, by the way. Oh, sorry, I didn't change the screen there. Sorry, guys. How amateur of me, but I'm supposed to be on. Now, where are Barnsley in League One? Oh, yeah, it's a kick in the teeth, isn't it? I thought that was going to be Championship utility. Tom Krause went to Mainz. Or no, Mainz only loaned him to Luton in the first place, didn't he? But he's now went to Bochum. Travers went to Middlesbrough. So, there'll be some utility for Travers coming out of the woodwork all of a sudden. I know a lot of you guys held Travers as a hedge, a kind of backup keeper play. And surely at Middlesbrough, I think Middlesbrough just sold their keeper, didn't they? Yeah, he just played against Sunderland. 53 minutes, but wonder why 53. They started the game. Oh, it's on there now. It's on there now. That'll be why. So that's a nice one. Nice to see those backup keepers coming to life because the beginning of this transfer window was just crucifying keepers everywhere. Have you checked out the So-Base Mercato feature? I have once upon a time, but not recently. Jay Karen is hustling rivals all the way to the end. Love to see it. Who would have thought all it would take to get Quinny in a suit was signing Schlupp? Not even. Well, if it was for Schlupp, I would have kept it. I had a green tie that was on the cards for maybe being on show tonight. And I thought, if Celtic are signing good players, we'll make it a bit green and we'll go for it. I might record a Celtic video with the same garb and I might just get the green tie back out anyway. But I might have met Jota in person. I dropped everything I was doing for Jota. Change screens. Sorry, mate. Sorry. You can buy Cedric Suarez for under £1. Rare. If it's under £1 for a rare, it would be a wee bit rude. Wee bit rude not to. Well, I've got a wee bit of balance as well, by the way. Oh, my wee tiny bit of balance here. I've got 0014, 0014. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Back the hunch, Quinny. £3 for a defender. Throw him in the basket. Great shout, by the way. I've did this one too many times this window. But why the hell not? Throw him in the basket. Let's go for it. Harry Clark is went to Sheffield on loan from Ipswich. That Ipswich collection maybe beginning to flex a bit of your championship utility earlier than expected, perhaps. Luca Perrin just went to Bruges on loan from Hamburg. I think I've seen his name around, maybe not at Hamburg, but before. Louis Barry, of course, went to Hull, still no cards. Ken Sema is a free agent. That's kind of half interesting, by the way, because if he ended up in Norway or Denmark or something like that, he's Swedish. That could be interesting. So watch out for Ken Sema. Iker Lasada on loan to Celta Vigo. Xavi Simons, permanent move to PSG. We might have been discussing that last week. That's quite a headline move, and that's a big one that maybe Leipzig, they don't qualify for the Champions League. They'll be selling him again in the summer. I want to look at Philip. I never sold him when he wasn't playing for Hoffenheim, but now he's been playing because the main goalkeeper is out. He was selling. Nice. Maybe sell him now. That's okay, Jake. That's okay. Still, yeah, it worked, didn't it? I had the perfect amount in my wallet. It was fate. It felt like just tuned in. Is this how I learned Cedric finally has a club? Got a cheap SR ages ago to flip. Rasko Masaki. This is the night. This is the night. Everton kid has just joined Derby County. Nice. I don't know what the RC means. Maybe that's his initials. Skriniar, of course, got confirmed to Fenerbahce, and that could be another contender, challenger, power defender. Almiron making his return to Atlanta United, of course. Decent deal for them, bringing him back from Newcastle. Kind of Jota-esque in a roundabout way. I did not know that Rabbi Matondo had left Rangers on loan for Hanover. I knew he was maybe close to the exit door. But Rabbi Matondo in Bundesliga 2 now. If you've got that Rangers collection, you're maybe happy because he should play a bit more, but it's probably not a better spot to be in, is it? Jean Onana, again, quite a highly rated CM. Not worked out for him at Besiktas. He's on his way back to Genoa. And under Patrick Vieira, by the way, that's a guy that could work, maybe. Now, I seen this transfer on the timeline the other day, and I thought it was the guy for River Plate that had moved on loan from Roma to Serie C or something like that. I was like, what? Why did that happen? But of course, it was the wrong player. What else has happened over the last couple of days? I thought that was Hugo Rodallega, but no, it's Jefferson. Wonder if there's any relation there. Rodallega, throwback and a half. Anything else here? Sabiri, wrong one. But he's went from Fiorentina to Altabun. That's not fun if you had that card in a bundle. Yannick Folian, Jack Hamilton is left Ross County and went back to Livingston. So glad I ditched that card earlier on. And Mario Hermoso has again left another club. So he's now left. Are they looking for a penalty here in the Girona game? No, maybe not. And again, Leverkusen have got so many centre backs. I know Jonathan Tah is going to be on his way to Barcelona in the summer. That feels a wee bit preemptive. I don't know when he gets in that team. Jonathan Bamba made his long-anticipated move permanent or confirmed from Celta Vigo to Chicago Fire, of course. Igor Jesus from Estrela dos Amadores has joined LAFC. William Gomez, 9 million. Right, watch out for this one. William Gomez has joined Porto from Sao Paulo. How do you spell his name? William Gomez. William Gomez. And the reason we normally do this on a Wednesday is because Surya released their new faces, their new transfer cards. This guy doesn't have any, of course, if it's the right person. That should be Sao Paulo. No, it's Rio Ave. Or maybe is he? Yeah, he's been in the squad already. DNP'd, or maybe it's his tonight or something. I don't know. But yeah, he has just moved. That's cool. And what can we see from him beforehand in Brazil? Nothing too spectacular. But Porto have paid 9 million quid for him. If I was interested in this guy or this region in general, this is a card I'd be hitting follow on and seeing if it goes under the radar. Because again, Porto don't really throw money around needlessly. They do spend, but they tend to have good connections and have good sources for players that are worth spending the money on. Talaverov, one of my favourite players, by the way, in one of the recent youth international tournaments that we watched. for the Ukraine under-21s where they got out the group stage. Did they make the semis? I'm pretty sure they got to the quarterfinals. This guy's a no-not. He'll do well in the championship. I'm quite confident of that. And wow, look at that on debut. I had no idea he'd even debuted. 1988 and a 2-1 win. Doubled. 2 tackles, effective clearances. Like, he is going to do well in the championship. Duels, 1 interceptions. He's going to do all of this stuff. So that's actually not a bad wee shout. I really don't need a guy like this, but I'm a big fan of him. And I wish I had an excuse to pick one up because, as you've seen already with the Cedric Suarez, not even a fan of Cedric Suarez, but £3 for that utility just felt too good to look over. And again, if Talaverov, if it was not in Challenger, they probably just went and picked him up, to be honest with you. Matthew Hoppe, is this the former American Wonder Kid? Where are they? Are they Denmark again? They are. And that is Matthew Hoppe. It is. Ooh, that's quite fun, by the way. He could do really well in Denmark. And again, like, for some of you guys that love the Challenger, and especially the kind of, like, yeah, he's at no club at the moment. His cards are dirt cheap. He could go there and score like 10 goals a season. He could be fine in that level of football, no doubt about it. That's a nice sneaky one. I like that. It's a good budget striker as well. Will he have in-season cards? Unlikely, so it's a classic play. Brandon Vazquez returning to MLS from Monterrey for just under 10 million euros. That will be. Raheem Edwards. Oh, by the way, we were looking at his forward card for someone in the members section earlier on, and I had no idea he joined Red Bulls. That could work out to be a really nice card. Wendell also joining Sao Paulo, so that could work out quite well for that wee Cedric Suarez I just picked up. And Wendell, if you don't know, Wendell is a bit of a cheat code player. Still listed to be in Zenit St. Petersburg, but 27, still in the print. This is what he's doing in Russia. The Russian league and the Brazilian league are kind of equis in that sense, like style of play-wise. The guy's just a machine, an absolute monster. So him going to a dominant side, I think that doesn't really harm him at all. Does it make him better? It's kind of hard to really think that because Zenit are so dominant, but yeah, it's hard to imagine it gets any worse. And also look at this little guy, João Moreira. Now, what this makes me want to do is look at Porto's actual page to find a guy like this. Players. He was a defender. He's Brazilian. Not this Wendell. Otavio, no. Yeah, maybe he's not actually registered on this yet. I'm just going to check the midfielders. No, he's not. So where did they come from? Sao Paulo, of course. So let's look at Sao Paulo if we can. I wonder if that guy's any good. Because Porto know a thing or two about a thing or two, you know. And let's look at overview. Or is it players we want to look at? Yeah. And then defenders. Alan Franco, Sabinho, Igor Hugo. Yeah, this guy doesn't seem to be listed. Let's check midfielders. Maybe a youth player. Yeah, maybe a youth player. We've got Lucas Moura, by the way. Is he doing good there? Oh, he is. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'd love this, by the way. I'm such a sucker for Brazilians, especially nowadays. Oh, yeah, look at that. Love a bit of Lucas. No rares on sale. Wow, only has 14 rares. Any bots? None. That's a fun card. Well, gel. But anyway, couldn't find this guy, but let's have a wee peek at him on this. Porto B's went into 26 appearances for Sao Paulo. Under 23, no appearances, it seems to be. So yeah, it's a funny one. Maybe a prospect. Chucky Lozano has made his move official from San Diego to PSV. It's officially been tracked on this anyway. And that's cool for him. I'm sure he'll do quite well when he's fit, but let's just see how fit he remains or stays. Again, some MLS moves. I'm not too up on some of these guys, so ones to watch out for. And I'll maybe take a wee pause for the cause in a moment as we get into February on this list and see what you guys are saying in the live chat. Check Niase. He did well against Celtic, by the way. This guy looked pretty good. He could do quite well in Serie A. That's a name I'll maybe watch out for. The former Young Boys midfielder. And then once we finish out with January, Sam Rogers came back from Livestream. He's maybe got some old cards. Quinny, I did fancy him getting on that, but Como are mad busy in this window. Alex Valley, of course, signing from Celtic, buzzing for that. He's already made his debut as well. As well as a few other players that were featured today on this one. Jan-Nicholas Beste has joined Freiburg, and this is quite exciting for all those Freiburg or those budget alternate stackers, because Jan-Nicholas Beste in the Bundesliga for Heidenheim, who, by the way, he might debut against, was very formidable. This is his entire Heidenheim experience. If we look at Bundesliga 2, he's obviously in level above, absolute smasher. If we even go to Bundesliga, it's not that different. Heidenheim did qualify for Europe in this season. He did have a good year. He was one of the main guys. And that feels like a lovely upgrade move for Freiburg. Really does make a big difference to them. 8 million euros is a good move. And I think that's a great SO5 play as well. Another Amiri, another Grifo, another Stiller, another guy like that is kind of in the equation in the soup now. Kevin Kelsey, there's that guy from Shakhtar we were talking about earlier. So yeah, I don't mind him. He's not too bad. John Duran, obviously leaving Villa, mega money move to Al Nassr. I think he's made his debut today as well, in fact. We're still on the 31st of January, by the way. Seattle Sounders have picked up a South Korean free agent. Jovan Mijatovic, NYC's record signing, has joined Leuven on loan to try and get a shop window. Stuart Armstrong, who I thought was going to be one of my main midfielders in MLS, has went back to the Championship, which I can live with, to be honest with you. Rachiopi is on loan at Cologne. We're still on the 31st of January, by the way. Siopis has left Cardiff for Panathinaikos. Pretty sure Harry will be okay with that. Nikola Katic, the former Rangers player, has left Zurich to join Plymouth as well. So Katic and Talaverov at centre-back. Connor Hazard in goals. Old school. Jay Rodriguez is signed for Wrexham. That's fun, isn't it? That is fun. And yeah, we're still on the 31st of January, by the way. Big day of business for a lot of teams, especially low league England and kind of rural areas. Stefan Bajcetic is on the bench tonight for Las Palmas. He's made that move on loan from Liverpool. And here we get to the 1st of February. Now, let me chill and catch the chat for a second, guys. Fist bumps to everyone on arrival. Batondo scored a peach yesterday. Was that for Rangers or for Hanover? I wonder, by the way. And yeah, a few of these are confirming. Oh, Ken Sema's gone to Paphos. Oh yeah, Cyprus or whatever. So that's rubbish for him. There is a player from Braga who just signed for my team, Blackburn. Doesn't have any cards on Soria. Gutted. Hate it when Braga guys don't have cards. Finally got around to buying a Cucho this morning. Oh no, Ricky Lomas. Now, I was saying this earlier, but Betis is kind of the most MLS-y European team. Someone else kind of mentioned it in the chat, but it could work out pretty well. And it's obviously not the reason you purchased him for. He's going to fall in price dramatically, I would say. But it's not the end of the world. Hoppy's this generation. Freddie Adu. Is he? Maybe. It's the Porto window. Oh, is it? I thought Wendell was leaving Zenit. So it's the Porto window. Well, fair enough. So he's left back, Cedric Suarez right back. That could be good. If I got him in a Leverkusen collection, by the way, this wee Wendell. Don't give me an excuse to buy more cards. Now, I was actually bitterly disappointed. Oh, no, let me catch up with the chat. Let me catch up with the chat, guys. Thanks to everyone that's joining us. Bestie can ball him if he gets sets. Yeah, I think so too. Hanover off the bench. Loving the suit. Alex Coombs, thank you very much. We're in the deadline day show spirit as Girona are, they're knocking at the door, by the way, of scoring our goal. We need Saganikov, Arnau, or Ivan Martin to get decisive, and we are going to fly. Dennis. Which Dennis? Oh, is it the goalkeeper? Will Dennis, maybe, or whatever his name is? What Dennis? Charlie boy, help me out here. Got up with the chat. That was quite easy. Thought there was been more. Oh, by the way, interesting moves I'm just seeing here. Now, I was going to say I was bitterly disappointed to see Amin Gouiri go to Marseille when Celtic could have maybe went for him, but seeing the value he's went for, I see why Celtic didn't go in for him. But Amin Gouiri, like, so tempted to buy this after this move because Marseille are an unadulterated attacking outfit, and Amin Gouiri is a lovely football player. Lovely football player. Now, he does have some injuries and shit like that, but he's a guy that, like, this is all in France, obviously. If we can drill into the teams of it all, so if we can look at, oh, wow, we don't really have any Lyon appearances. So this is Nice. Look at that, by the way. Look at the start to life at Nice. Fantastic. And then it kind of drops off and then moves to Rennes. Not too bad, but just not the same, is it? Now at Marseille, we're hoping he can kick ass and take names. France under 21s, not many appearances here. In Algerian international, not many caps yet. And at Marseille, off the bench with an assist. I think this is going to be a great move, by the way. Great foil to the rest of their attacking kind of trident. A better player than Mopai for me as well. And then I see above that Negley has made the move for Sparta Rotterdam to Millwall. So, you know, the Millwall guys are playing so rare since they got a license. If they're scouting him, this guy Whittle has kind of been passed around between AB and Swansea. Edvardsen, I think we spoke about that before, didn't we? But he's moved to Ajax. Did we speak about that before? Is he going to play for Ajax? That could be a fun one for the collectors. You know, the guys that have had him from the Go Ahead Eagles collection. Maybe moving into Ajax. Heinlinson, on loan from Ajax. If he gets game time, that could be interesting. We Wonder Kid from Ajax getting game time. Glenn Kamara went on loan to Al Shabab. That's a red X of death for him. No way we're in need of a solid striker. What's happening? Oh, Emmanuel Dennis. Oh, nice. Yeah, that could be good. Zakanye smashing lately. I'm a big Zakanye fan. I'll love to hear that. You were on it about Emmanuel Dennis. You were. Now I've just noticed that my stream for tonight is just kind of buffered on me. So let me click out and fix it. Still 1-0 Girona. That's okay. Hopefully we're getting enough 8-8 to boost us up the leaderboard. Bayat is on, for what it's worth. Lucas Moura, not the same one we were looking at earlier. Wanmei moving to Getafe. That's quite a good move for them. If he can get playing with Borja Mayoral, Getafe might actually score some goals. Anything else really catching the eye here? Over the last couple of days, Laszlo Kleinheisler has been made a free agent. That's an interesting one. I wonder if he signed for somebody. This is a guy that was really good in Croatia and then moved to Greece and just died a death. If you can get back into Croatia, but he's a big scoring card, potentially. Spikic. Oh, no. He's went to Blue Xland or Red Xland in that case. Giuliano. Don't know if that's the one that we know from Europe. Tejan Buchanan has made the move. Tejan could do really well here. Tejan's had a bit of a meteoric rise. Very, very good at Bruges. Did okay at Inter, but maybe just needs more minutes, more game time. Because they've already got Darmian and Dumfries on the right-hand side. So feels like he needs to wait for one of them to be sold or to go off the boil. And that's probably a really good move for him. Villarreal could really use the extra width. And La Liga could suit him quite nicely. That could be a fun one. Especially if he gets a defender card. That could be quite cheat code. Or would it be cheat code if it was a different position, actually? I'm not so sure. Daniele Maldini is signed for Atalanta from Monza. And that could be fun. Atalanta like to get a lot out their forwards. And seeing a Maldini back in Serie A action, I think we're all going to be on board for a bit of that. Luis Palma has finally left Celtic and he's went on loan to Olympiacos, which is not the best for a so rare because we're only going to get his Conference League or Europa League utility if he even gets into the team, rather than any domestic bliss if he went to somewhere crap like Croatia. Or I say crap, you know what I mean, but you know what I mean. Now again, our tour is signed for Girona. I'm watching him sitting in the stands watching this game. Could he be good? I don't know. I definitely see him going in there and having that water carrier. Mellow, isn't it? Could he do good? Wow, where did he get big scores from? Yeah, like these big 8, these 17 to... I could see him doing this in Spain. I could see him being all right, but I don't think he's going to be that exciting. A player that you're going to want to go and get, but an interesting one for me to observe, certainly. See how it develops. Ronnie Lopez. No, you went somewhere crap. I've been dying for a card for Ronnie Lopez for ages, and he never goes somewhere when he gets a blooming card. And he's away now to Farenze. He's probably at the tail end of his career now at this stage. And Zaluski, who I think is a fullback as well for the Tejon thing. That's weird. Left-sided, right enough. Cassidy has went to Torino. Bebe has went to Ibiza. I don't know if they're still in La Liga 2 or La Liga 3. Paul Lopez has went to Mexico. We knew about that, of course. Ibrahim Sissoko has left Toulouse for Chef Wed. Kevin Danso has went to Tottenham. And I tweeted about this at the time, right? But Tottenham, if you close your eyes and think about Tottenham, you think about centre-backs running back and breaking. And to replace or to fix that problem, they buy one of the most injury-prone... and fair play, Kevin Danso's had like health stuff, right? But it just feels like, I said it at the time, I can just see him getting injured on his debut here. Buchanan breaking his leg in the Copa America. I actually didn't know about that. Or if I did, I totally forgot. Lubicic has left Austria and he's went to Germany. So that's probably not good for SO5. Let's see. Maybe he does well. Chuba Akpom has left Ajax for Lille. That could work out quite nicely. Lille's scouting department is quite infallible. You know, they don't really get many moves wrong. Barco moving to Strasbourg feels like a good SO5 move. France should be very, very kind to him. And it's a squad that should put him on a good enough platform to get the minutes. Plange played against Celtic. I didn't realise he was on loan from Palace. But that's one to watch out for. Those guys that come up to Scotland generally do quite well. There might be a short window of utility, but could be worth getting. And Alvaro Morata joins the pantheon of over-the-hill strikers, to put it in the nicest possible way, that has moved to Turkey over the last year or two. Turkey's been doing this for years, we know, but now they've got a real golden era of Moratas and Dzekos and Mertens and Icardis and Osmans. Osman's maybe not over the hill, but Morata joins the list. Patrick Dorgu moving to Man United for €30 million when Lecce paid like 10 pence for him like 5 minutes ago. Just feels like another Man United move waiting to blow up in their face, doesn't it? But he could do good. He's got all the raw attributes. Let's see what else we have here. Aiden Haven has moved to Man United from Arsenal. Feels like a bit of a coup. And Tiate, has that just been made permanent then? Because he was already at Frankfurt. Maybe they've just activated a buy option. Conan Indri. I don't know if he does better in Italy. Doubt it. Ooh, Will Dixon on loan from Man City to Motherwell. That's one that's quite interesting. You know me. Man City players. Doesn't even have a name. Will Dixon. Yeah. Wonder if he's in the Motherwell. Won't be. Yeah, so that's one to watch out for. I'm quite interested in that. Let's look at the Motherwell squad. See if he does come up as listed maybe under another name or something. I'd be quite interested to this. I'll be chatting to Tony about this kid, see if he's made of the right stuff. That's not the filter I'm looking for. It's this. What position did this say he played? It doesn't. So let's see. Is he a goalkeeper? Probably not. Will Dixon. Likely to be English. Will Dixon. Looks like he's a forward. Oh yeah, I like a bit of that. Yeah, I'll get this guy's card, no problem. Let's watch out for that. Loic Lapussinen has left USG and went to St Truden. That could be a really good upgrade for St Truden, by the way. He's a solid top-end Jupiler League player. Ganvola, who was crap against Celtic, he has left Young Boys for Monza. Bernauer, one of you guys told me about this. He's left Zagreb on loan for St Etienne. Hard to imagine that works out well. And Marcus Rashford on loan to Aston Villa. Like, let's just see how this pans out. But I can feel the banter coming already. Don't see him. This just feels like Zaniolo at Aston Villa. He's not going to replace Moussa Diaby. Marco Asensio, I think is going to be fantastic for them, to be honest with you. Much more a player that I think is going to suit Unai Emery's style of play. And overall, it's probably just going to fit the environment a lot more. Rashford's behind the 8 ball, and you know he's going to be in there with his fucking attitude. And like, even if he is like, oh, I'm here to knuckle down and all that shit, he's still going to have that baggage. He's in Birmingham. It's not like he's left country and got that clean slate opportunity that he probably should be getting. Staying too close to home for me. I don't see it changing for the better. Pomazun is a backup keeper. He's went from Ceska to Spartak. Grancier, La Havre to Caen. And again, he should do better in La Liga 2 or Ligue 2. Don't think we'll have historic stats for it, but as a player I liked in MLS, could do okay there. And that's where MLS found him, was Ligue 2. Kosta Nedeljkovic, if that's how you say it, I've tried my best for that one, has went to Leipzig. Now, that's a fun one as well, because Villa got him as a wonder kid prospect, and he's on loan. I don't know if there's a buy option involved there, but he's not really getting the minutes at Villa, and that could be either a good one FFP-wise for Villa, quick flip on a guy, if they make a few quid on him, or it could be a wee bit of free training, perhaps. You know, not free, but you know what I'm saying. It's a bit of a bridge situation, help him get up to Premier League level. Lancashire, that's an interesting one. That Tottenham card has been on loan at the Championship. And yeah, my stream is bugging out on me now for this Girona game, which is upsetting me. Still 1-0. Don't know what the 8 is like or who's been subbed. Adel Aliouche is left Sunderland for Portsmouth. And fair enough, the Portsmouth fan that's here. I'm sure you're buzzing with that. But wow, what a fall from grace that's been for Adel Aliouche. Isidore completed a transfer, made it official from sent it to Sunderland. Glushakov, is he not a boss? He's a free transfer now. Shamar Nicholson, free agent, probably end up back in Belgium. Christian Kouame has went to Empoli on loan for minutes, I would guess. Dali Sinkgraven's been released. Marcus Edwards. Is that a good move for him from Sporting to the Championship? It probably is with a team like Burnley. I guess they're expecting him to be Premier League capable. So that could be a good one. Ealing Jr. It's probably better than him playing at Bologna, being at Middlesbrough. Dejan Joveljic, very weird transfer going to SKC from the Galaxy, but MLS is just kind of full of that kind of thing, really, isn't it? Andre Silva going on loan to Bremen is just going to be meh, isn't it? And then, what do we have going on here? Nuremberg signs Simas from Pau for 18 million and then sell him to Brighton for 25 million. They must have had a buy clause or something on that. And then Brighton loan him back to Nuremberg. Interesting bit of business that's going on there. Raoult has left Stuttgart for Rennes. Looks like Rennes have been kind of revamping and remodeling, hasn't it, over this window? Nothing here is really jumping out at me as we get close to being back up to speed with deadline day. Emil Bohinen. Santi Jimenez is left Feyenoord for Milan. It feels like Milan are still trying to sign João Felix as well. Stefan Posch, that's a great move for him. I thought he was going to go to the Bundesliga, but Atalanta could work out really good for him, by the way. Calabria is like one of these guys that's always been too crap for AC Milan, but he is like Mr. AC Milan, like one of the fans in the team. You might have seen the bus stop with Conceição, that he kicked him out to bring in Kyle Walker, essentially. But at Bologna, he might have a bit of a point to prove. He's coming in to replace Stefan Posch. I think Posch is one out of this. I think he's moved up the food chain, as it were, and I think he'll do really well at Atalanta. Profsgaard, £4 million move from Vielge, centre-back. Again, I would keep my eyes on this one for Lazio. Sharon Doer, again, I was quite interested in this a few days ago. We went and looked at it because I thought he got new face cards. It must have been that he came back from Besiktas to PSG before PSG have moved him out now to Fiorentina. And this is an Italian youth international that has a lot of fanfare around him at the moment. Can we see what he did for Braga? Not much. Benfica? Nothing. PSG? De nada. And we won't have the youth scores here. He's not really done anything. That's not bad for Besiktas, by the way, for being intermittent, not being in and out of the squad. And I think this move might pay off for him quite well. So it's a bit of a wonder kid move to watch out for there. Sharon Doer, defensive midfielder owned by PSG. TDM Gomez. Now, I've seen this guy actually doing like keepy-ups and stuff like that. Let's go and check him out. Like they announced it like it was a pretty big deal. Not a pretty big deal, but they cared about it. If he gets a Leipzig card, I'll probably pick it up. Oh yeah, this is this guy. I've seen him. Yeah, I think I've seen them linked to this guy. So yeah, that's cool. If they keep him and they don't loan him out right away, I'll get this guy's Leipzig card. I think that could be fun. Young French guys that move to Germany just generally do well in my experience. Oh, is this a goal maybe? It's down the left. Number 7 back, and one of not my guys hits it. Is that Espria or Missouri? 2-0. None of my guys involved, but let's check my guys actually. How are my guys doing? Oh, we're second. Yes. Love it. Love it. We're second down on a pure AA. One more decisive button, we take the cake. 23 points off it. I don't even know who's still on the pitch. Sagankov is off. So it's Ivan, Martin, and Arnau. We need one of them to get a decisive. It's Stuani with the flick back. He gets the assist for Espria. So yeah, Arnau or Martin need to get another 25 points for me. 23. Ideally, it's a decisive. So that's just nice and clean, isn't it? And then we'll win this division. We'll get into D1. 10 minutes to go. Not majorly holding my breath, but at least our 2 lowest scorers, the ones that one decisive action makes the biggest difference to. Las Palmas goal. Oh, don't tell me that. It's going to take away points, man. I might not be second anymore. Let me catch up with the chats. It's been flying away. Sorry, guys. St. Gravin landed at Satard. No, oh, okay. Different. Galishnikov is the boss. Yeah, Batshuayi, I've seen that as well. Motherwell have got 10 strikers on their books. And yeah, Batshuayi. I caught that on the timeline. Not spoke about it today. I just bought a Manu from Guimarães to Benfica. Nice. 91 easy. What Manu is that? Ooh. Jerem here with some MLS breaking news for us. Oh, very. That's funny, isn't it? I think I've caught up to speed with most of it. No problem, Dom. Love it, mate. Some of these listed as free agents aren't That's all right, J. Karen. That's all right. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. The stream I've got is crap anyway. It just keeps breaking up. Ollie McBurney's on now. So maybe this is where the goal comes, because I've just got a set piece on the edge of the box now. They've made some subs. Caleb Wiley, that's a name I know. Where did I know that name from? He's been on loan at Watford from Chelsea. Porteous has been on loan at Preston from Watford. And what else do we have? Belotti. Oh, by the way, Belotti might finally happen, but he still doesn't have any blooming cards. And yeah, that's 2-1, isn't it? Fabio Silva with a goal. He's just done a great bit of form now, isn't he? John Egan has went to Hull from Burnley. Carlos Elena has went to Alaves. Poor Elena. Totally fallen from grace, isn't he? No way. Shapi Suleimanov. Lerdinho, dust off that card. Shapi Suleimanov is back playing football when he's in the MLS. That could be fun, by the way. Shapi isn't too shabby, by the way. Shapi Suleimanov was no too bad for a wee minute back in the day. Was it Krasnodar? Maybe I remember him to be better than what he was. Garion Sport was a wee bit better. Hapoel Beersheva barely got any look at him SO5 wise. But in MLS, Shapi likes to score bangers, likes to score screamers. He's one of these guys that could quietly show up in MLS and be quite formidable, especially if he gets set pieces and stuff. Yorby Vertessen, Harry Trades' favourite. Imagine him up front with Choupo-Moting and such. Like, he could be quietly like a very good MLS forward. Jack McGlynn, huge domestic trade here from Philly to Houston. Ramage, I think they're moving him to Copenhagen, aren't they? Wee bit musical chairs for that transfer. A bit of a goalkeeper move. Al Mizrati has went to Monaco. He could actually become really good there. Asensio to Villa. I think that's going to be a great move, by the way. Great move. Jean-Pierre Gabamin has went to Zurich. That could be good. Switzerland could be his level. And then, yeah, there's that Ramage going on loan to Copenhagen. Ivan Wame. Harry Trades his guys. Went to Valencia. Oh, that's fun. I might pick him up if he gets a Valencia card. Malak has went on loan to Southampton. There's the Frankfurt stuff we were chatting about earlier. Vavoida, my first common card, by the way. Went to Como as well. Lloyd Kelly going to Juve. Jesus. Jesus. Never thought you'd see the day. And I think we're catching up. We should be close to being up to speed with everything. Ostergaard is left Rennes for Hoffenheim. That could be okay if you have them already. Iheanacho making that move to Middlesbrough official. Juan Bernat playing left mid now for Getafe as they look to play as many defenders in every matchday squad that they possibly can. Ibui Kawasi, free agent. Paul Angelopalo. I was quite interested in this when he made this move because Serie B is his level. Palermo are a big club. They've always got good home field advantage, being on an island. That could work out okay for him. Bruma? To Benfica? Baraghi to Torino is good. Torino, I just can't get behind anyone moving to Torino. That's why I have had an offer on Shappy. Yeah, that's why. He's taking Johnny Russell's spot. By the way, you could see him doing a wee bit of the Johnny Russell's, scoring goals from outside of the box, taking some free kicks and stuff. Belotti instead of Pavlidis, I would say. But if they've got Bruma as well, is that a good move for Bruma? Yeah, it's huge. Juve are just clowns at this stage, aren't they? That's just broke, by the way. Bruma in. And guys, we're 15 minutes to the deadline, so we'll see if we've got any more news breaking across the Twitter timeline, because this is the day when all the moves start to happen. Johnny Kenny has went on loan back to Shamrock Rovers, it looks like. So yeah, I wonder what Celtic are going to be doing for another forward. Sotil to AC Milan. They're buying a lot of forwards now, aren't they? A lot of forwards. Let's hit refresh on this. See how we're doing. Off the podium. Great. Cheers, Las Palmas. 17 points. Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal. Close to winning it now. Getting a box. Yeah, maybe. And yeah, Muric is... Yeah, Muric just keeps falling out with guys in the Premier League, doesn't he? Yeah, guys, I know we scroll across the Twitter timeline as we get towards the deadline to see what else is happening. Celtic look to be signing Jeffrey Schlupp, which, you know, like, not excited about at all. Aberdeen forward Duke is on the verge of going to Leganés. Could be okay. Not holding my breath on it. It could be okay. I don't want to just blatantly have Twitter on because Twitter timeline is a wee bit migging sometimes. So, yeah, Leganés and Duke is all over the place. There's Belotti confirmed to Benfica. I wonder if we'll get any more exciting action kind of crawling in here. I'm really hoping Celtic get another forward in, or another something that's not called Jeffrey Schlupp. Yeah. Wow. By the way, look at this. Las Palmas against Girona is the biggest away day in top-tier European football today, or tonight, or this season, or whatever. That's incredible, isn't it? If anyone doesn't know, Las Palmas is home advantage. They are in the Canary Islands. It is Africa. I'm trying to tell some of you this for a while, but if you don't look at the map, You won't know that. Some of you knew that, obviously. European guys will know that. But that's an interesting one. Just thought I'd share that. Quite an away day for the Gironas. I don't get this joke. Can someone explain this joke to me? I don't get that. Yeah, I don't get it. It does look funny because, like, he looks fat. Yeah, doesn't he? Like, he looks, yeah. Don't know any other way of putting it. Sorry to make you image body conscious there, Marcus, but professional baller and all that stuff. Yeah, so just seen the video there for Marcus Edwards. That could be a good one. This is a good one. That moment you got drunk and signed for Aston Villa. That's it. Does look like it looks out of place, doesn't it? Lamina to Galatasaray. Breaking news as well. Ogalibe to Rennes. Celtic should go for Curtis Main. He's piece. Okafor to Napoli. Yeah, I know you're not happy about Adam Montgomery returning at St Johnstone. Have you ever played Orkney? That's about a 1,000,000-mile trip and a windy. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Who would have thought that all it would. No, I've seen that comment. Is that a repeat? Oh, sorry, guys. I maybe went too far back in the chat there. Chat's just absolutely run away from me. Pure glitched on me there. Google Jaden Smith Grammys. Oh, okay. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Got you. Fist bump. Axom, good to see you. What we getting his piece about? Is it because I've got the old tin flute on? We're here for deadline day. But yeah, we need to get a striker in pronto, don't we? And yeah, this is what's going around in the Premier League at the moment. Old Marcus getting pished and signing for Aston Villa. But yeah, Celtic are in desperate need of a striker, and the memes are coming out for Brendan Rodgers as well, all over the place. And yeah, I've got a feeling we're going to be hurtling towards this deadline from a Celtic point of view, thinking about what could have been. And I kind of mentioned this to, I think it was, what was it, the member stream we did earlier on, that Jeffrey Schlupp could be kind of like Aaron Moy in terms of like how many minutes he gets this, like the first 6 months, if you remember when Moy first came. And I didn't mind Moy because Moy's like an actual like quality player. I'm not saying Schlupp isn't, right? But I don't know. I like the Moy transfer better than Schlupp. Maybe I'm being utility biased here because Schlupp's just a jack of all trades and a master of none kind of thing. But Boubacar Touré, no, I don't know. That's a joke page there. And yeah, it doesn't really seem to be much more else going on. Aberdeen have signed Royal Charleroi striker. I think somebody in the chat was trying to give me that one there. Score, a resident Aberdeen fan, of course. Mini-Me, good to see you. Schlupp will walk through home games in this. Yeah, I know he'll do great in SPFL. Schlupp, I've got no doubt that he's like going to be fine, really, you know. As I was saying on Axom earlier today, like when we got Scott Sinclair, nobody in England wanted him. And even when he left us, he went to Blooming Preston and did nothing. So guys that are like Premier League capable, like as long as they're in a good team and not required to carry the team, they're going to always work out kind of well enough, couldn't they? Yeah, fair enough a wee bit on that, but he was barely a City player, wasn't he? Willian maybe going back to Fulham. That could be fun. Assume Celtic look at it like they were struggling. But yeah, that's exactly it. Ham is. That's my kind of reading on the situation. Is why bother spending money to lose to Bayern anyway? You know, it's sad, unfortunately, but do need to look at the bigger picture of it. It's a bit short-sighted, but I'm seeing all the Celtic accounts now saying we shouldn't let Kyogo leave. Like I said on Axel, I'm like, I don't think there's that strong an argument. Interesting. Lewis Morgan has just signed a TAM agreement, so that means he was a designated player at the Red Bulls, but they've bought his contract down, and he wanted to stay. So fair play to him, and then maybe makes a bit of room for the Red Bulls to sign Timo Werner, perhaps. So maybe we'll get a wee bit of that action towards the end of it. But yeah, I think there's maybe an argument to say the team's better without Kyogo. Like, you guys know me, like, I love Kyogo, but I've not been that guy that says he's, you know, not without fault or whatever. We're getting this moving, aren't we? This has been moving on as some more moves have been confirmed and added onto this. I don't mind this as a kind of holding page. But yeah, I don't know if we're weaker. We're certainly not stronger. You can't really say we're stronger, but I don't know if we're really weaker for not having Kyogo, to be quite honest. Rafa Mir maybe going to Fiorentina. That's a weird move. And yeah, it feels like Celtic are just falling asleep at the wheel here. As we scroll through the timeline looking for looking for any kind of breaking developments that we've got here. But yeah, no, I don't think there's anything that's kind of breaking on us at the moment. We've had Celtic schlup. It doesn't feel like anything else is happening on Celtic's way. And wow, by the way, the guy that just can't get a team doesn't get another team. Jaden Braff on the move again, by the way. So many teams think they see something in this guy and it just never works out. Such a shame, but down the list he goes. How long till he's in Scotland, I wonder? That was quite strongly the impression everything would be wrapped up by about 10 o'clock, which we're 1 minute away from. I might check in on Sky Sports News just to see. Yeah, let's say cut their grass a little bit. Let's go see what Sky Sports News are saying. See if we can go steal some of their patter. So where the hell is Sky? There we go, Sky Sports. And then Sky Sports Plus. That's not what I'm after. Sky Sports. Sky Sports News. Let's see what's going on there. An hour left to get a deal done. And Danny Ings. Oh, is it maybe Patrick, what's his name? Fitz. Is he maybe moving to the Red Bulls? Kyogo wasn't that good. Yeah, he was okay, wasn't he? He got worse. I think the shoulder thing's a very underestimated element of it all. Like, I do think the shoulder injury thing, like, it was never the same. He refused to get the surgery as well. And, like, yeah, I don't know if it's like a mental thing, but he's definitely not the same player. Yeah, sorry, otherwise it wasn't great. Shite result from Borough. Don't really know what the result it was, Rossi. Devikas from Celtic to Como. Love that. It's good for my gallery. Get a bit of Devikas action back on the go. And Devikas is a striker I'd have welcomed at Celtic, by the way. Very, very available this window. And Danny Ings, like, again, it's just going to be the phone book out, isn't it? Again. And yeah, I don't really know where to take it from there, guys, to be honest with you. Ridvan Yilmaz to Besiktas. Rangers getting some money in. An hour left for Arsenal to get a forward in. The schedule's out on MFL for season 3, which is good fun. So many teams rumoured to be interested in Silly Dilly from Freiburg. I don't really know what that means. Silly Dilly? You've lost me there. I know we were chatting about somebody earlier, and that's probably who it refers to, but I've forgotten entirely who it was. So yeah, just catching up with the Sky Sports news page that we've got. I don't think they're really talking about anything that we've not covered already, which is fine. I also got that myself, that wee Cedric Suarez earlier on, which was fun. Yilmaz is staying, says Ian Sorare. It's probably just a bit of a rumour to try and stoke up some interest, perhaps. And yeah, Sky Sports is just focused on like England lower leagues and stuff like that, like some guy Bishop going to Cambridge and stuff like that. Matthias Tell might be on his way to Tottenham as well. That could be a really good move for him. Arsenal fans would be really sore about that because I think they wanted him, didn't they? And yeah, I can see where my team's finished because this game is now over. 9th. Isn't that a kick in the balls, man? Oh, that's 9th. Jesus. We had 2 9th place finishes. Tati. Oh, Tati Castellanos scored. Yes. I don't even know. I forgot all about that. Nice. Nowhere near a box, but a card, but we'll get a box. That's fine enough. And Miguel played in this right at the last minute. I forgot about this team as well. Oh, Miguel could have done something for us there. That would have been fun. And something else popped up there towards the end. Oh, this one. 76. Yeah, I don't think there was anything else to really check in on there. And yeah, Willian, imagine he ends up back at Fulham. That'd be funny. I thought Willian might have been a shout for Celtic, by the way, but he's maybe a wee bit too old. Just one of those ones, the lazy transfers kind of thing. We're seeing some more transfers getting confirmed and going through. Kai Wagner linked again with Burnley. Illich confirmed yet. I think it's all but confirmed. I was on Sunday Tell hype. He's not great. I've not seen enough of him, to be quite honest with you, but a lot of these teams don't generally get it wrong. Sometimes it's a matter of the right fit. Now I'm looking at Sky Sports News and I've got my shirt and my tie on. I'm trying to look the part, trying to do the thing, and I'm looking at all these bozos and they're all wearing like crew neck t-shirts underneath their shirt, underneath their suit jacket, like the side down here. I've had Rob Holding for over a year and now he's gone to Sheffield United on loan. Gutted. Are you a Wednesday fan then? Romano just tweeted it's confirmed for Willian to Fulham. Ice Cold Palmer. I think it will be enough, mate. Yeah, I think it will be enough. But you need to be very cunning with when you spend your money. Breaking news somewhere for someone. You need to go interview someone for... Yeah, I do, don't I? Should I drive up to Lennoxtown and try and catch a wee medical happening? Although they don't do medicals at Lennoxtown, they do them, whereas at Ross Hall. So they just go and hang about the hospital and wait for someone to show up in blacked out SUV, blacked out windows, and try and go for it. Conley Woodrow, never heard of him, but he's having a medical. There you go. And yeah, Ian Sorare, Axom's after some insight. Wasn't Montgomery good his first spell at St Johnstone? I think when Ian said it to me earlier, it's more that they've got a left back that's good and they've already signed, so they've got 3 left backs. But yeah, Ian, Axom's after some insight from you if you're still in the chat, buddy. And yeah, really, it couldn't be Axel Disasi. I've just seen that on the timeline there. He's went to Aston Villa. He's a terrible player, and I'm not sure what Aston Villa are going to try and get out of him here. It's been confirmed as well in the last 2 hours that Dragusin has torn his ACL. So Tottenham are really in dire straits when it comes to defenders. Trying to see if there's anyone else making a wee move there on the refresh. Spurs training ground. Oh, they're there. I think are they looking for Matty Tell? Doesn't play centre back, sadly. Home and away kit reductions available now. It's all Celtic are tweeting about. Come on, Celtic. Yeah, and I think this is what everyone's fear is, isn't it? A Twesta to Orlando is a really exciting one, by the way. because Atuesta should be really good in MLS. And it feels like Orlando are having a wee bit of a rebuild, and Atuesta's quite cheat codey, really, there, isn't he? Dragason's news adds 10 million minimum to Mark Guy's price. You can say that again, by the way. It's a Celtic kind of situation where if a team knows you're in dire needs, then they're not going to do you any favours, particularly with all the FFP restrictions these clubs are under. They really need to get every penny they can in all these transfers for the most part. Yeah. Now, guys, I don't know if I'm wanting to. I would love to want to believe this, right? But this just feels like one of those crap rumours that goes nowhere. Celtic, this guy thinks that 3 big men are in London trying to get a deal finalised for Timo Werner. Ange easy to work with, but it's a loan with obligation to buy. So sticking point is wages for the rest of the season. And Celtic want 13.5 million, where Levy is wanting closer to 20. That's why the 3 of are down. If Timo Werner came to Celtic, I would lose my shit in a good way. Like, that would be incredible. He is on loan from Leipzig, but Tottenham are maybe trying to do a flip on us where they've maybe got a buy option with Leipzig and they'll like pay that and then we buy him off them. It might be one of those things. I seriously would love Timo Werner at Celtic. I would love that so much. Do we just stay on the timeline while we're crawling it? The timeline's mainly full of crap, but so that's why I like to keep switching in between so I can kind of filter out the crap for you guys and just show you the good stuff. I would absolutely, please, I hope that's true. Imagine we get Timo Werner. Would he come to Scotland? Oh, I'd love Timo Werner. It'd make me selling that super rare there. Have I sold the super rare? I did sell the super rare. It'd make me selling that super rare. It would make me regret that because it would be worth a lot more at Celtic than it would at Red Bulls, wouldn't it? Let's just put it like that. And by the way, let's look at this because this came up earlier today. Kvistgarden apparently on the verge of going to Celta Vigo for a 7.5 million buyout clause. Now that Devikas has went to Como, let's see if the dominoes fall on this one. But by the way, see if this is the deal. The Celtic board, the Sharks are coming out. The Sharks will be out, guys. Make no mistake about it. If that's the fee that he goes to Celta Vigo for and on loan. João Felix arrives. Oh, João Felix to Milan. Could João Felix finally get his career back off the ground? I think Milan, if you look at what Pulisic and Leao, what's going on there, what's been done already, like Felix could work out really nicely in Italy, but I've kind of did think that with Chelsea. I thought it could work out okay for him. And at Barca, I thought he'd have done a bit better than what he actually did in the end. But yeah, Italy's a kind of level down from those more intense leagues. And yeah, really mixed response. All the Celtic accounts I'm seeing are all just moaning about if nothing happens today and why is Brendan in London today and all that kind of stuff. So there's nothing really breaking any kind of developing parts about this. And I'm quite excited, guys, and quite interested to take this for as long as we can tonight to see if we can get some breaking news. But it feels all quiet on the Western Front. Is this real? Maida Mila that? It's saying that Welsh loan's been terminated. I seen someone in, was it Axom's chat? I seen someone in a live chat today saying that Quan's loan had been terminated. But I've not really seen anything about that. Devikas was 11 million, so that's a net profit for Celtic. Yeah, it would be a that's quite a good Celta transfer sequence, isn't it? But if Celtic don't get that guy and he goes for £7.5 million, that is egg on face, no two ways about it. And João Felix is trying to beat Tony Watt for amount of clubs. He definitely is. In terms of like actual sign-on bonuses, João Felix is way ahead of Tony, obviously, but maybe he's trying to beat him for the amount of sign-on bonuses. Although I don't think Tony will be moving again for a fair while. I think Motherwell is kind of where he should have been and then ends up going in a wee merry-go-round trying to get back there, didn't he? Emmanuel Latin-Laugh confirmed to Atlanta United for 22 million squid. So that AP is getting some fire emojis for confirming something in the chat. So love a bit of that, guys. Love the support there. But yeah, is Welsh's loan terminated already? That'd be funny. Not really funny for Celtic, but just funny in general. And yeah, Celtic fans, it could be worse. We could be Juventus, who sell Dean Housen for 18 million euros in the summer to then buy Kelly for 17 million euros in the January window. So it could be worse. It could be Juve. Schlupp has completed his medical according to Anthony Joseph, so that's probably signed, sealed and delivered. And yeah, Bruma and Belotti to Benfica. Big moves. And that's how big Celtic should be treating themselves. You know, now Benfica are a wee few years ahead of us with Champions League and transfer money and turnover and all that caper. But that's the sort of level we should be getting to. Lucas Gurna. Oh, here's an old favourite. From Salzburg to Roma. Probably not going to play there. They've got a lot of centre mids. But yeah, Salzburg are cashing in. I seen Dedic left, actually. Who did... I forgot how you spell his first name, but who did Dedic sign for today? Was it Torino? Oh, no. It was Marseille. This is a guy Celtic should have been all over. How much was it? Is he left back or right back? He's like so two-footed. What one is he actually? But just his fullbacks here. He's so two-footed. I forget if he's left or right. 9 years in Salzburg. Wow. We should have bought him. He's 22. Wow, he's been there since he was a kid. He's quality. Marseille again. Probably would have priced us out of the move. But they probably didn't pay much for him. Am I seeing the fee? Wow. 1.5 million rising to 10 million. I think that's what that's going to say. We can't translate it, but 1.5 million loan with an option to buy for 10 million for Dedic. That's a great bit of business. Great bit of business. And I don't know why we weren't involved in that. £1.5 million on loan. And if he's quality, you sign him. And then that thing that maybe that rumour mill about Werner, maybe what they're trying to do to us, we could do to somebody. Let's see. Yeah, timeline's just full of crap now as well. But yeah, guys, I've had good fun covering all the transfer windows over January. This is our 4th live stream. I'll probably come back Wednesday, maybe look at the new cards, or maybe we'll just do a wee kind of summary video, or maybe incorporate that into something else. Welsh had 3 absolute shitters. Yeah, it didn't look good there, did they? Benfica have some. Yeah, they've got tons of firepower. Can translate if you do the thingy-mabobber. I've left that page now, I think. Sorry. Newcastle have like 3 million to spend when they sell. Yeah, if they sell, it doesn't feel like they're ever going to. They're quite good at hanging on to their players. I think that's the main problem Eddie Howe's got, is he really likes his squad. He wants to add to it, and he's in this stick or twist position because he can't really add without selling. He's doing a good job to hang on to his main players, I would say. And yeah, it's just all Celtic and schlup crap that's all over the place now. And Laugh. And yeah, there he is. You said it. He's back. He's back. How old is he now? Is it like 40 or something? Incredible. Victor Nelson has been on loan to Roma as well from Galatasaray. Harrison Armstrong, is that guy you mentioned earlier from Everton to Derby? That could work out good if he has cards. He's actually a good player. Let's see if we can find any more guys than what I love these and leave these short enough. I don't think we're going to get any stellar big moves here. I'll come back on Celtic here for any Celtic moves. We'll make a wee kind of summary transfer window rated kind of video. Probably record that tomorrow. It should be out as soon as it's been edited, essentially. But yeah, I'm not sure anything's going to get done. I thought the window was at 10, which is why I kind of planned the stream for this time, but maybe it's 11 and I've kind of misdone this, so sorry guys. But would I be happy with Danny Ings? I wouldn't mind Danny Ings, to be honest with you, for a 6-month loan. Oh, I think this random thing has just came on, that Will Smith son crap. I think I've just seen it there. But yeah, guys, I think that's probably going to be about all she wrote. I'm not too sure there's going to be many more moves and shakes before the deadline kind of closes. I'm open and optimistic that something crashes through, but I'm not going to be holding my breath on it. Paperwork has to be done by 11 p.m. Harry bought 2 Willian SRs. Harry boy, he's going after Champ, isn't he? Going after Champ for that Yamal. Paperwork has to be in by 11. That makes me even just want to take a wee intermission and maybe return, because I don't mind hanging about and chatting about it, trying to catch any news as it develops, but I didn't plan on streaming that long, and I do need to take a wee K-Swiss. The timeline's kind of boring, guys, to be honest with you. I don't like the screen being this static. I like to have something kind of semi-interesting at least. And I'm not just going to scroll Twitter with you in terms of putting that on page, but yeah, guys in the chat, let me know what we're up to. Get your juice in. I suppose I do have a wee bit of juice here. I do have a wee bit of juice here, which is cool. I keep us going a wee bit longer. Isidor's getting some praise on the timeline here, by the way. By the way, Isidore, fair play to him. I don't know if I can show this because it's copyright and stuff, but lovely goal he scored tonight. Lyle Cameron signed for Rangers, by the way. Quite surprised they got this deal over the line, because it felt like he outright rejected them, but they must have come up with some nice wee sign-on bonus for him, or some wages to pay him, maybe. But that's a decent move for Rangers, really. Like, I've seen it somewhere, I can't remember where, but like, Rangers just need to relearn the cheat code of just make sure you can beat everyone else in Scotland. That's kind of what they need to do. That kind of move signals are maybe leaning towards that. Would rare Ipswich players be a good purchase whilst they're going down? Kinda, if they do good in the Championship next year. But the thing with Ipswich is there's a really high chance they lose their manager. A lot of the players they've signed are like young prospects, so that either signals they're planning to bounce back with them, or they're planning on selling them for some money. Hard to judge, mate. Scottish reporters saying deals are getting worked on by multiple clubs. Yeah, we might need to hang about then. Someone for Connor Barron to talk on. Harry bought 3. Wow. Harry was quick off the mark. Let's go and check that out. Harry. Harry trades. Did he? What Harry are we talking about? Maybe it'd be easier to look at this one, sorry. Harry trades. Doing a bit of trading. Who'd have thought it? Did he sell them all? Has he bought them and sold them? Harry, have you bought and sold them all? Wow, by the way. I don't know what we're talking about now, by the way. They were bought months ago. Oh, okay. So did they buy them when they were like dead or something? I think they bought them like the now off the back of the news. He's had them over for a month. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Now, normally, guys, when I'm on my normal system, I can put the wee kind of background music on and chill while I run for a K-Swiss. I'm in two minds. I would be interested to stay on and try and catch some breaking news if there is some deals being worked on. But I am solo. It's kind of hard to keep the show going solo. Blah blah blah. Don't know what to do. Did I go for a? Did I take a wee break for 2 minutes and then we charge on towards 11 o'clock? See if we get any breaking news. Do we maybe put a pin in it and return if news comes on? I'm not sure. I tell you. Okay, I tell you what. I tell you what. I'll talk a wee bit about me in a second, right? Let me put some. What can I put on screen? It's kind of semi-interesting. Oh, I received an offer. Someone's try buy Duvicus. No. What can I put on screen while I run for a K-Swiss? I don't want to leave the timeline on because that's just going to be full of crap and stuff. But I suppose I could leave this on. Oh, Grealish, I seen that earlier, by the way. This could be a great move. It could be a great move if he's going to get all their sets and stuff. There's actually been a few things updated here, so I'll leave this on screen. I'll be back in a moment. Thanks for bearing with me, everyone. Topped up and ready to go. And I must admit, oh, there he is. Anyone after a Willian SR? There he is. 60 million. Oh, tell. That means I can use one of my things. There we go. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Woo, tell to Spurs breaking news. We're like the big boys. We've got breaking news on the chat. Love it, love it, love it. Harry Trade selling Willians to any willing buyers out there. Do we have a wee refresh on this? I'll scrape the timeline once more. Grealish, I think, is a good one. We'll have a wee peek at that because Grealish is a wee kind of side note, by the way, is a really good performer. Takes a lot of set pieces, has played in midfield, has found himself in defence, and for Valladolid, like, will be the main guy there. And in Spain, it's quite duel heavy and stuff like that. That could work out quite nicely. Quite a cheap rare card as well. But one of the things that you guys were asking me about, and I guess I can just kill a bit of time with, because I'm kind of now hopeful that maybe Timo Werner's coming to Celtic. It's just not going to happen, is it? But hey, I'm going to get excited about it. So we bought Cedric Suarez tonight for literally the exact amount that was left in my wallet. He's moved to Sao Paulo, and it just feels like a fun fullback to pick up for £3. So just really, why the hell not at this point? Now, I was going to buy a Neymar. I kind of talked myself into it. And when I seen Laird had bought one and was going to be talking about it on his stream and everything, I thought, oh, Cat is going to be out the bag. But see, when I seen that announcement video and everything, I was the same as Laird. Like, he is going to, he's getting World Cup ready. He's definitely going to play for Brazil again. And he's only going to do that by getting back to it at Santos. That's the way I see it. So buzzing to bring that in. It was a high level card as well. Buzzing. I also finally got Wyland Cyprian in, who's went to China. I think he's just going to slay it over there. We're taking all the set pieces and stuff, no doubt. I got Alex Telles. This is all in the last day or two. Again, he's went to Brazil, and Alex Telles, I think, is a very underrated defender card for that. And then I just bought some other bits and pieces. Suarez got off the bench and got a goal, and I just couldn't help myself for £2 in season, as well as filling out some of the NYC pieces. Trippier I bought for £2 before the Galatasaray rumour. I don't think that's happening anymore. And Timo Werner I bought. So I sold Timo Werner super rare. I bought Kvitsgarden, Zalazar, and Werner rare, as well as I had some change left over for some of these bits and pieces. And this will be really good if he does come to Celtic. Let's have a look at what his rares are going for at the moment, because there's something we would want to snipe. Nah, not at £40. That's probably a wee bit too much. But the Kvitsgarden, if he doesn't sign for Celtic tonight, that is 100% something I'm going to trade out of my gallery. I do not need this. Do not want it. And if Celtic go back for him in the summer, then he'll probably be cheaper then anyway. Chukwuemeka, he could do a Chukwuemeka didn't come on the show tonight, actually. That is a great move. Chukwuemeka is like a perfect Dortmund move. Perfect. He could... His stats here are rubbish, aren't they? But pardon me. He could do amazing. Like Dortmund, they've got a great track record of bringing English talent through. I've got no doubt about it. Throw him in the basket. That's it, exactly. Throw him in the basket. One of my Kortrijk CBs is off to Brazil. Who's that? A good one? Let me know, let me know. Stack Neymar with Washington. Oh, the Chelsea guy. Oh, that could be good. What about Gyrikiz? What about Gyrikiz? Where's he away? Are Celtic signing him? I really thought Celtic should have signed him when he was leaving Coventry. A Swedish striker. Like, what more does Celtic want, really? Where's Gyrikiz off to? Yeah, there's nothing really breaking on my timeline about that. So, yeah, tossed a bunch of them into the basket, as it were. Coffee Reyes, he was in the Valencia collection anyway, and he's moved to Salzburg. And I just thought, why not? £6 with market credits, maybe a wee bit cheaper, I forget. Also picked up Paul Lopez, moving to Mexico, just a good goalkeeper to have. Matinho, Brazilian CFG Wonder Kids City Football Group, moving on loan to Basel to play with Shaqiri, so that should be fun. And transfer-wise, I got Ravelisson moving to Young Boys. I thought it was a good move for him. And I won this Abakar Silla, who Strasbourg spent a lot of money on. And he's either going to go to Southampton or Lazio. If he goes to Southampton, I'll probably get rid Or maybe not. Maybe in the Championship it could be okay. But again, I just don't need that utility if he's in the Championship. João Silva, he's decent, nice. Esco Score. It's not for court, mate. It's not for court. Dumbarton chairman mode or transfer deadline day mode. Depends on how you want to think of it. I went with it. I was going to have a green tie. Maybe keep the green tie for some Celtic deadline content. But yeah, like I said at the beginning of the show, back in my day, you didn't get dating apps and social media and all that, so you had to have some game, you know, if you're gonna make it in life as a single man. So the old tin flute still fits pretty well, as well as all the ties and shirts and all that good stuff. We've got deadline day back up and working. Luis Enrique was a transfer buy going to Zenit. It just felt too ridiculously amazing. And Salazar is a transfer move. He's also moving to Zenit, so I've got a little Zenit kind of half play here. And right at the beginning of this window, Max Arns, Rido Baku, I brought both of them in. Illich is moving. I got him in for the window as well. Is Kakere, Anthony Lopez, Choupo-Moting. This might be the beginning of my transfer business. I've actually made a lot of transfer business moves, haven't I? Anyone else here? Asan Diao, he probably was the one that kicked it off. Lager BLK, maybe. I did buy that in season just because of the move he got. And Tierney, will we get Tierney into Celtic this season? I've made a lot of transfer buys, haven't I? Malachi Boateng is gone from Hearts to Plymouth. Plymouth, by the way, are building a wee stack. And Malachi Boateng, I was a big fan of. I thought he was a good player. Was this back in the 70s? No, this was back in 2007 well, me and my missus met in 2010. Yeah, let's say halfway through 2011. Depends on when you speak to her, I guess. Got second place in Real La Liga D4 with a weird team, Rico, man. It would only be a weird team with you, mate. Well done. Hovis had good tier. Is it a tier 2 at least? You saying that you had that before the internet? No, I didn't. No, maybe the tie, not the shirt or the suit. And it wasn't before the internet. I had the internet on my phone and stuff like that, but we didn't have dating apps and all the rest of it. Krupi to Bournemouth. Who the hell's Krupi? Krupi? Bournemouth? Who the hell is Krupi? Oh, from Lorient. Oh, is that the guy? So I was looking at who Leipzig signed earlier today. It might have been this guy who I thought they were trying to get. See if this is the guy Leipzig wanted. That might be a great move for Bournemouth. They've got no strikers. It is. This is the guy Leipzig wanted. Yeah, that's a good move for Bournemouth, isn't it? Lorient Wonder Kid. Nice, Bournemouth. Well done. Uh-oh. Ben Doak is out for a number of weeks, according to Carrick, the Middlesbrough manager. So he won't be moving. Don't think that move was likely anyway this window. Yeah, tier 2. 3 of the players have Barcelona and Real Madrid and had a penalty given. Oh, nice. Nice. You think Jota starts this midweek? Nah, off the bench, James. Off the bench. Until probably post-Bayern Munich match, I would guess. Again, I'll be recording probably... I kind of wanted what I would do, the video I'll put out on Celtic here, like how I would beat Bayern Munich. I kind of want that video out as soon as possible. But there's also lots of other stuff going on, like the transfer window. We're playing midweek. And other bits and pieces that are flying around. Oh, is that their sister club or whatever? Lorient and Bournemouth, are they in that network? Interesting. So that's an interesting move for Bournemouth, bringing in a wee wonder kid. Emmanuel Nsua, remember him? Racing de Ferrol. Rob Holding to Chef U, somebody mentioned that earlier. The moves are all starting to come in. And guys, I will hold my breath in thinking that Brendan Rodgers and all that are in London to try and get Timo Werner up to Celtic. That would just be such a great move. And we've got until the 6th of February to register people for the Champions League. Timo Werner against Bayern Munich. Why not? Why the fuck not? Can that work, you know? But no, Jota off the bench. But even from the bench, if it's for your last lineup or your only option, can still do just as well for me, I think. Evan Ferguson, we didn't mention that today as well. He's went to West Ham on loan from Brighton. Again, another player Celtic were interested in. I wonder if it was wages or fees or whatever. I sold Kuhn because... No, don't... No. they're going to play together, mate. They're going to play together. That's fair enough if you prefer Jota, but Okafor to AC Milan is no. Okafor was already at AC. No, what Okafor was already at AC Milan. He's leaving AC. Yeah. And Okafor again would have been a great transfer for Celtic. I don't know how much he's went for, but stylistically and profile-wise, Okafor to Napoli, yeah, it's probably out of our price range, isn't it? 23.5 mil. Good move for Napoli. Is that competition for Lukaku, or is that like a foil? That's maybe played so well at Inter with Lautaro as his kind of as his foil. And Okafor isn't Lautaro Martinez, but he's certainly got that same kind of energy level. Maybe not quite the same pace or incision. And Jota plays on the other side from Kun. Exactly, mate. Jorge. I love Timo Werner Torador. I'm a big Timo Werner fan. I've been a Leipzig fan for like a fair while. Like, and I know these kind of football conglomerates, these big network groups, Leipzig, City, and the other ones, people don't like them, but I love them. I'm a very much a football, like, I don't want to say globalist because it's got really negative connotations, right? But I'm a very firm believer that football is a thing that, like, if you're like Messi, if Messi was born in the fucking Sahara Desert, he would have been found. May not have went to Barcelona, but he would have certainly got to the top of football. George Weah style, you know, that's the sort of thing that I love about football, that doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, if you can win football matches, if you can score goals, you'll be found and you'll make it, kind of thing. So from that point of view, I'm always quite open to that kind of thing. And when I see like Red Bull making Leipzig, Salzburg, Bragantino, all these other little clubs, and they're all networking with each other, then they're all bringing through, like, especially I think Salzburg right at the beginning, it was a lot of African talent, which a lot of like Belgium and Denmark have maybe started to cut their grass on a little bit. And a lot of these areas are just undermanned. And fair enough, it might be for capitalistic gain when it comes to like Salzburgs and Nordislands and whatever, but I bet you all the kids that live there and all the people that make money off the back of it are super happy that it works. And Man City are doing it. Obviously, I'm a Man City fan anyway since like 1988, 99. But when they started doing it, I'm all about it. Because again, they're going to different parts of the world. They're bringing different players into the world stage. They're putting resources into rural areas of world football that are just underserved. And I'm always going to be a part of that. So anyway, Werner is an icon at Leipzig, and I very much enjoyed his peak years at Leipzig. And I know he's far from that nowadays. Cafaro of St Etienne to Paris FC, that could be a good one. Yeah, probably a bit of an upgrade on Simeone. I make you right there, Stocky Scott, for Okafor in Napoli. Let's go back to the timeline and just see if there's any. See, the 4U one is where all the crap is, and where it gets dead smutty, especially this time of night, by the way. It feels all the crap, all these mad mega sluts that are all over the internet always come out the timeline about this time of night. There you go. Well, it's not quite the same thing, is it? But it's probably a good meme, isn't it? That's how we'll all feel, mate, if that's how much he goes for in the end. Again, I don't want to just scroll the timeline with you, so I'll try and like edit it out a little bit. 30 minutes to go. Yeah, so we're in the final 18 minutes of the window. I'm quite glad we stayed on for this last little bit. It's a shame we can't get a clock emoji here. Bruma at Benfica. That should just be an absolute smash hit, shouldn't it? It's all about minutes, but there's Jorbe Vertessen confirmed to. Oh, was it Salzburg he went to? I beg your pardon. I thought it was New York. That's even better, really, isn't it? Europe-wise contender. Harry Trades will be spinning in his chair at that one, being gutted. There's Noah Okafor through is confirmed for Napoli. Mazzatelli as well, out on loan. Never heard of him, but there you go. So many Celtic fans are on the copium tonight, aren't they? With this Jeffrey Schlupp thing, like, oh, he's this and he's that. And he is this, and he is that, and he will be fine. But you can't get away from the fact that it's such a negative transfer, that it's such a it's such a pish transfer. I called it a whitey of a transfer, and it really is. It's such a whitey of a move. Doesn't advance the squad, doesn't strengthen the squad, doesn't move us on, doesn't really solve any issues. Ooh. Ooh, guys. Thursday. Where were Celtic on Thursday? Because, as some of you guys know, the Japanese Rolls Royce, if Celtic are after a centre-back, we can only pray that we would sign Koki Machida. The Japanese Rolls Royce, the Japanese Virgil van Dijk. Oh, please, Hatate, please say you're on agent duty. That would be absolutely smashing. And again, I don't want to just call the timeline with you, but oh, wow. Imagine it was Agent Hatate telling Koki to come. Oh, nice. There's my guy. He's going to Parma. I like that. It's a good move for him. It's Italian football. I'd like Lazio, but Parma will do. Abakar Silla, it's an in-season defender card that will come in handy for me. Nice wee tier 3 win or whatever. Oh, guys, missed this earlier. Benacer to Marseille. Here we go. That's a huge move. Marseille are putting together a proper team, aren't they? Second Algerian international they've added in today, by the way, I might add, with Amin Gouiri. Not today. He was added a few days ago, but this could be a really good move. Him alongside Højbjerg. I don't know if this drops Rabiot or Rongier out the equation. One of them. But Benacer in France could be legit top quality. It's a really good move, by the way, especially if you're a Benacer believer. And yeah, timeline's just full of crap, sorry. Middlesbrough have rejected a second bid from Porto for Hayden Hackney. Who the hell's Hayden Hackney? Why do Porto want him? And why do we not want him? Bondo to AC Milan from Monza. Never heard of him. And yeah, guys, we're 14 minutes to the deadline. I'm really hoping we get some cracking news. So glad Jota got the number 7 as well. We wanted the outgoings at Celtic. That was quite important as well. And it's not lost on me that maybe there's a little bit you know, like musical chairs on the go. Aberdeen are closing in on the deal of a PSV forward, Jesper Unniken. Once the deal is completed, the 20-year-old will join on loan to the end of the season, 2.5 years on his PSV deal. And Aberdeen, Jimmy Thielen, by the way, they're absolutely trying their heart out, aren't they, to pull out a bargain to try and keep this challenge for second place maintained. So fair play to them. Duvikas official. That's great for me. I've got our starting forward, hopefully. Hopefully he's starting anyway. Disasi loan to Villa is good for... I don't think so. I really don't. I'm not a Disasi fan. Rangers played USG, of course. I think he even played at left back sometimes. Yeah, was he maybe right back? I said this in the chat. What was it you said? Was that the Kappa era of Man City? Yeah, so the Man City game I watched that made me fall in love with them or support them was the game they're kind of famous for. It was the League 2 playoff final. I'll tell this story as a small tangent to kill a wee minute at a time, right? But back in my day, right, playoff finals and big important like domestic games could be quite often found on the red button, and you would have to pay for it, like Sky box office style, like 20 quid. And I was getting into football, I was quite interested in it and stuff like that, Celtic only. And I was sitting on the couch, and it must have been May time, so it was playoff final time. And it was Man City Gillingham, it turns out. I pressed the red button, I paid for it, didn't really realise what was going on. And my mum fucking went mental at me, 20, 30, 40 quid, whatever it was, on this game, and she made me watch it. Now, if you don't know how the game went, at full time it was 2 each or 1 each. And then I went to extra time, both teams scored. Then I went to penalties, then I went to sudden death penalties, and then Man City got promoted from League One, Division 2, as it was called back then, last millennium, into the Championship, or Division 1 as it was known then. And from that moment, they had Paul Dickoff up front as well, who was Scottish, or is Scottish. It just mesmerised me. I hated Man United as well, because everyone in my school liked Man United. And yeah, so that was why, and it was the Kappa era. That's the love of football, mate. You can agree with somebody all the way until they say they love Timo Werner or they don't love Timo Werner. Schlupp has to be rotation, but he probably will make starts for us. But he has to be just rotation. Rangers played USG, of course. Benacer is another great player, however, had a couple of bad injuries. Yeah. France are probably suiting better. It's a little bit less hard-hitting than Italy, isn't it? Jesper is so Duke. Is in, so Duke out, hopefully. Yeah, so that's a kind of in and out situation, isn't it? Bazunu to Liège. Oh, Harry trades with the breaking news, Harry. Love a bit of that. Bazunu, is that a loan? Bazunu. And by the way, I've revelled in being a Man City fan for the last 20 years. The highs, the lows, the money, the Sven-Goran Erikssons, the Tatshawaria, whatever you called him, the Thailand owner that had us before the Dubai guys came in. Surely he's good in Belgium. Is he still under 23? He is. For another little bit, by the way. Under 23 goalkeeper activated. Who are we talking about there, Luke Jones? I'm so sorry. Oh, is it Villa Bidizasi? Fair enough. Yeah, they've got no other options, but why was Rio at the Rangers game? Oh, he was at the Hilton chatting to his pal. Oh, it was the Benacer thing. Nice. A funny story that's not funny. The one and true GOAT. Yeah, the GOAT, Sean Goater and Paul Dickoff up front. I was at the game the Man City got relegated to that division. Unfortunately, as a Stoke fan, we went down with the nice, gutted. Belotti to Benfica. Yep. 5th attempt at getting someone to compete with Gyökeres. You can say that again. Good Rovers player. Yeah, he was fun, wasn't he? Dickoff always ran his socks off. Would probably fare quite well in the modern game, by the way. Never got that many goals, but was a big work ethic guy. He'd maybe be more attractive to clubs nowadays. Yeah, that's exactly the game. Mini-me as a Man City fan, so he'll recall it. Duke to Leganés. Yeah, we caught that. Elephants under the pitch. I don't remember that, or don't know what that means. Celtic City rookie Wright going on loan to Norwich. Does he have a rookie card? Is that what you're telling me here? True Grant. Who fucking names their kid True Grant? Or look at this, Spike Brits and Max Hudson. These feel like 3 MFL players rather than 3 actual people that live in England. True Grant, Spike Brits, and Max Hudson. Jesus wept. What was the guy's name again? Wright. Do we have a Wright in here? I see Knight. So there's Wright there. He does have rookie cards. Interesting. And where's he going? Norwich on loan. This could be a fun one. No idea what position he plays. It says he's a midfielder. But yeah, I like moves like that. Could be another McAtee. Thomas Cook. No, was it Thomas Cook or was it Eidos? Oh, no, it was Thomas Cook. I think you're right. Oh, brother. No, it was brother. It was brother. Oh, guys, we're almost there. 8 minutes to the deadline, by the way. I'm still scrolling the For You tab. Aberdeen signed a bird. Thought I was listening to see what her voice was like. She's Irish, I think. I thought, where's she from? Alex Mendez. You know what I mean?
Underage there. Then I signed my first year National League when I was 15.
Well, a weird name. Honestly, we've been talking about this from like the men's perspective, but Ireland have got a lot of guys now, and girls, it would seem, that aren't as Irish as they used to be. Who was the guy that just moved to France? He got his debut, by the way. I wanted to check how well he done. John Patrick. And this guy, if you've never seen him, is the least Irish-looking guy in the world. But there you go. How did he do on debut? Crap. The centre defensive mid. Ream paid some money for him, and Ream no players. 8 minutes until, yeah, exactly, until the timeline turns into Slutville, doesn't it? Don't forget training lineups, guys. Jez Horncamp still wins that game. Yeah, fair and play. MFL, it's been some buzz, by the way. Lots of you have been joining, and anyone that does want to play MFL, please do so by clicking the link. It's not in this video, but you'll find on any other content that's on the channel. Adam Armstrong looks set to join West Brom. Has he got cards? Is he at Southampton at the moment? That could be good in the Championship, by the way. I'm going to go back to my following tab. So it's definitely going to be cleaner than the For You tab at this time of day, but my following tab is more kind of journals and sources. So we might see some other bits and bobs. Yeah, we can maybe scroll this a little bit more. Jordan Pefok has left Union Berlin to rejoin Ream, or Jordan Subashu, or Pefok, depends how you say that name. The fact he has on his shirt makes us look... Oh, yeah, so because they've got a junior in their team, that's quite funny. Like Neymar Jr. Azon has went to Como from Zaragoza. And again, you feel like Como have really got their scouting head on here. Coyote to Brentford. We spoke about that the other day. Parma have signed a guy called Pellegrino from Vélez. Is he any good, I wonder? Ronaldo scored some goals tonight, probably. This is the guy they let go. Estantis Pedrola. Signing of the season. Bazinu to Liège. That's what he does, right? There's that Jacob Murphy. 5 million buy clause. Interesting. Breaking Tell. Yeah, we know about that already. Benacer. Isidore. Lovelace. Where did he come from again? Is he a Rangers guy? Where did Lovelace come from again? Why did I know that name? I'm quite excited for this guy at Bournemouth, by the way. Because that was the guy that Leipzig were after and ended up getting another guy that's kind of similar. So it looks like they lost out on that fight. Which, fair fucks to Bournemouth, by the way, out muscling Leipzig for a wonder kid. If they've got a connection with the club, maybe that's kind of cheating. Ah, okay. Nico Gonzalez to Man City incoming. Oh, don't tell me that, DB 1872, that he's only got 6 months left in his contract. We're probably going to sign him on a 3, aren't we? Just because we can. I hope not. Medical pass. He's going to be fine, isn't he? It's just such a crap move, man. Zach Mitchell has joined St Johnstone on loan. Guys, we're 3 minutes to the deadline. I don't think Timo Werner's coming to Celtic anymore. Either they can confirm the acquisition of some guy from Batov Plovdiv. Good luck with that. Devikas to Como. Let's see what happens with Kvitsgarden now, by the way, because If he does go to Celta Vigo for buttons, there'll be uproar in Glasgow. Who's after Rafa Mir? Interesting. Danny's joined Midgetland from Verona. Laird will be buzzing about that. And our Midgetland guy to go and get. I'd say yes. That's a good window for Villa. Valid until 2029. And what does this do for City's midfield now? Because, like, if you had Nico Gonzalez in there, who's quite one-dimensional, you know, like he's Rodri light, isn't he? Or there's Marmouche. Did he start the game? He did. 5-1 stuffing. They do have a lot of aging players here, so he does drop the average age. Echeverry's still listed in the squad. I don't know what's happening with him, really, but Kovacic, Nunes, it's a really busy centre midfield situ, isn't it? Yeah, I've seen that, but I don't know who he is, Rico, man. And I suppose, yeah, with Greg Taylor leaving, it might be Schlupp and Tierney on rotation. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. He could become a cult icon and I'll be eating these words forever, but yeah, I'm with you there. Documents completed for Chucho to Betis. Marmouche took some sets. Nice. Yippee-ki-yay, great intel on that. No updates here as of yet, but there's plenty going on, so maybe a bit of a delay. And yeah, we're in the final minutes, guys. Oh, that's it. Deadline is in. We are here at the transfer deadline. Do we have... There we go. 5 seconds ago, paperwork done for Nico. Are we going to get a little bit of a flurry? Come on, Celtic. It can't just be fucking Schlupp, can it? Where's Timo Werner? Where's Kvitsgarden? Even Danny Ings. Where's Danny Ings? I mean, give us something. And yeah, Torino, decent window, by the way. What Jata is this? What Jata did they sign? Nuha Jata. Is that the guy from Leipzig? It is! Guys, I watched him play against Celtic. I want this rookie card. Pavel's got one. $6. If I get smash in my back pocket. It's not going to fly off the shelves, is it? But I want that card now. I want that card. That's cool. I had no idea he moved. I'm glad I spotted that. He played against Celtic in the Youth Champions League. He didn't look that amazing. He looked fine. But he's got a rookie card, and I'm certainly interested in it. McCurdy's left Hibs by mutual consent. Kempes and Batistuta for some reason. Tommy Gemmell on the timeline. So did Malacia go to PSV then? Because he was linked to us as well. Yeah, guys, I think that might be all she wrote, by the way. It's going to be uproar. It's going to be uproar with Celtic fans if this is all that there is. Now, normally Scotland, no way. Osas Uragide is about to leave Amiens for FC Dallas and a deal worth around €2 million. Oh, Uragide. The legend continues. But yeah, on Planet Celtic, what's happened here? underwent surgery and will be given a mask to play with. Yeah, I think he fucked his nose at the weekend. Hope he's all right after the surgery. Big sorry. And yeah, guys, I don't think there's any more news. Real Guti. Oh, he's a giant, by the way. I've seen this guy play for Elche. Zaragoza. He doesn't really have been getting minutes, but if he does get minutes, he's like, hey, it should do all right. Huge centre mid. What's happening here with Sevilla? Yeah, Sevilla are absolute car crash at the moment these days. Yeah, I think that's it. Nothing else. Not even a whisper. See, this is like a parallel dimension from like Neil Lennon getting offered the job in the showers. Kind of back then, we would sign this type of guy. Oh, I'm pretty gutted, by the way. Scott Arfield to Falkirk. Long. Got a present for you, Quinny. What does that mean, Mini-Me? Better not be Jata. It is Jata. Mini-Me. Your generosity knows no bounds. I can only accept this very graciously. Thank you very much. It really does mean a lot to me. It's not lost on me that you've spent money to give me something. So thank you very much. You really didn't have to. But I very much appreciate it, Mini-Me. So thank you very much for the Nuha Jata rookie card that we won't ever be using probably, but we're glad we've got it. So thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate it. Jay Karen, I hate when my club are in. Yeah, I'm with you there. There's a wee bit of chat here that I've just kind of missed. I don't really understand. Sorry. So I'm not going to. Teams will be rushing to finalise paperwork first, then announcements will trickle in. Yeah, you're probably right. But normally the journals have got a sniff on it. Oh, so Krupi's going to remain at loan and Lorient. First in rivals. Well done, mate. Well done, Jay Karen. Farm that for as much as you can. What type of midfielder is Jata? Well, he actually kind of played more up front. Have I still got my notes? So yeah, here's my notes here. What book was it? Did I have this book or did I have the other one? Yeah, I think it was this book. Do I have a dog ear page? Yeah, I do. So what was that? Bruges. And then here's Leipzig here. Oh, my bad. I'll change camera. Guys. And I'll show you a wee bit of the notes, as it were. So Jata. Was it maybe on this other page? Or was it on this page then, on the reverse? It was kind of up front. Where are my notes? Dede, good breakaway. Ur and Ricardo, front foot, snapping subs, Lenny. Oh, I might have wrote it on the team sheet. Where's the team sheet will be buried in my documents. Sorry, I think opposition notes. I take Celtic notes in my book, and opposition notes I put on the team sheet. What are the odds that this is a team sheet, by the way? Oh, what are the odds? This is a team sheet. Oh wow! By the way, so this is. I didn't write as much as I did on some of the other games because I think Leipzig, I just kind of knew them a bit better. But look at that. Nuhu Jata, captain, big star next to him, very good. Vigo Gabel got a bit of a tick for me as well. And you can see some players clever. The ticked players are the nice ones. And then normally on the other ones, I've wrote some stuff on the back, but I didn't on this one. So I was quite enthralled with the Leipzig stuff. I was quite up to speed with it. Thought Stevie May would have came to Celtic. Yeah, same, maybe. Can't see Richie staying at Celtic past the summer. No, he's more of a forward. Big strapping lads, big strapping lads can change position when they get into senior football, I think, quite easily, can't they? Yeah, so, bit of a forward play, I would say. Lapage to Westerlo. Up the schlup. Brendan's delighted. He better not fucking be delighted, honestly. What is there to be delighted about? This is just a whitey, man. I kind of see it enough as soon as I see it negative. I'm sure he's going to do fine. But if there was any like last minute paperwork to just be confirmed and signed off on, the journals would know about it by now. And Celtic fans are going to go into a meltdown imminently. Sharks are getting sharpened right now. Hugo Gonzalez. Never heard of him, but there you go. He's made a move. A message from Nico. He'll be buzzing. And yeah, that might be it, guys. Yeah, guys, it's going to be crisis time at Celtic because you can just feel it. Aye, fair play. Welcome aboard, Jeff. Fist bump. Clover. And then we need to make a comment. Let's just leave. Welcome, Jeff. Welcome aboard, Jeff. Yeah, it's probably going to happen. I don't think Brendan wants that to happen. Yeah, people are still coming back to this and saying bullshit. See if he does show up in Spain, by the way, for 7 million. Yeah, it doesn't feel like anything else is happening here, does it? St Mirren missed out on loan at Johnny Kenny. The striker will stay at the Champions and serve as backup to Ida. So there you go, guys. Yeah, I know that. I know that. Forgot the crying face. No, I wouldn't do that to the lad. Leagues, and again, this is Ian. I'm totally. I get that, right? It's a wee bit too old school Celtic, but like to just phone this one in now and go, right, Bayern are going to beat us. We've won the league. Who gives a fuck? Counter cash. Get ready for next season. But he's as close to joining Coventry last week. Is that what you're telling me? Borna Barisic to Leganés. That's funny. It's not a bad signing. Like, he'll be fine for us. He probably won't let us down. He might even help us win a few matches. But it doesn't move the squad on. It doesn't make the squad stronger. It just kicks the can down the road. It's not going to help us against Bayern Munich. It's a pure nothing burger of a transfer. Got the Quinny star. Going to have to get a Jata for myself now. And the last, I've been buying all the rookies that I've seen play Youth Champions League against Celtic because if I've seen them and they look good, like, hey, I'm up for it. That's why I got that Sana Fernandez, who's moved to Holland on loan from Lazio. He was close to joining Stoke last night. Schlupp was on his way to Stoke at the bottom end of the Championship. This is what I mean. It's just a pure nothing burger. This is just a whitey, isn't it? How much money we brought in across all the windows. So many good players out there, man. It just doesn't feel like we're even aware of. Like, we're only looking at fucking England's leftovers for the most part. Like, yeah, confirmed, it feels like, guys. Yeah, Killison feels a bit right. Tails done. Tighter than Levy. Celtic are tighter than Levy. But it's kind of got Celtic to the position we're in. So it's, I can imagine fucking Peter Lawwell with a smug face on, just telling Brendan to trust the process. I got us here. I'll keep us here kind of thing. So I can imagine, and like I said, can you argue that this team is weaker? Maybe not. Maybe kind of the same, because like Kyogo was holding us back in some ways, play style, I think, and even just his own attitude to never fucking passing to anyone. So it's one of those ones, guys. We actually ended up streaming for 2 hours tonight. I even killed the battery on my camera. And it's been a long day. We've had a lot of good content. Started the day off with Axom, recorded some stuff. Was live earlier with the members. Keep forgetting the camera's over here. Doing gallery reviews earlier today. So for him, the Sorare managers and the hardcores, feel free to check that out. And we've finished off scouting season with the transfer deadline day. But we're going to follow on this with some videos looking at the top transfers, IRL, top Sorare transfers that we've seen this month. I kind of gave you a wee bit of the tail of the tape about the moves that I've made already. And again, thank you very much, Mini-Me. It certainly does warm this dark and cold and feeling that I've got for the transfer window. So thank you very much for the very kind donation here of the Nuhu Jata. Big guy, like the biggest guy on the pitch by a long way. Gabel, who's the other rookie in this squad that I'm going to buy. He is like apparently a legit FIFA or FC 25, whatever it's called, wonder kid. So I want to get him as well, but he's like 12 quid. I'll wait till he's under a tenner. Again, in no rush. We might actually just check his name, just in case he's made a wee sneaky move and we've not noticed it. He was really good against us, by the way. Really silky. Yeah, he's just like a wee wonder kid, isn't he? He's not moved anywhere. Played in the Senior Champions League for them as well. We made the bench. I remember seeing that. I didn't see this, but I remember seeing he'd made the bench for stuff and whatever. So yeah, I think I'll be picking him up at some point now. Wish I played Contender so I could buy one. Who are you talking about? Love the Neymar. Yeah, it was such an easy guy to get. I was raging that Laird did this video today because he got down to, what did I pay for my Neymar? 67. I thought I might go down a little bit lower before I buy mine. I wanted to buy it before he played because I think when he plays, Cal be out the bag. And then when Laird was doing a fucking video talking about it, like I think Neymar is like, Laird made a great point about he doesn't need to phone in sick to go home for his sister's birthday. He is home, you know, so like he might just live his best life now. He could play there till he's like fucking 40, let's be honest. And it's interesting now. I'm going to talk about this in a video. I had already thought about when I bought Neymar because of the video. I was going to have a wee thing talking about it. But Neymar for me, like Ronaldo's in Saudi, trying to just stay fit for World Cups. Messi's in Miami, just trying to stay fit for World Cups. Neymar's in Brazil. Those three guys that were all around the Ballon d'Or. Neymar's also the furthest away, the three of them, but they're all in this kind of extra World Cup legacy mode. Neymar has got all the records for Brazil and not a title yet. You know, Crystal Palace have signed Ben, so they let Schlupp come to us and then they get Chilwell. Still got the MLS transfer dead. Yeah, fine. There's still other transfer windows, I know, but it's the European stuff that we're mainly interested in, isn't it? Right, last quick little kind of refresh and check. And then we'll get out of here, guys. It's been a lovely evening with you all. Thanks again to Shane for the donation. I really appreciate it. Can't say that enough. I really can't. I thought that was Luis Suarez, by the way. There's Ben Chilwell. Huge upgrade for them. What's happening to Tyreek Mitchell? Or will they play him left centre-back, maybe? Chilwell's got too much of an engine for that, you'd think. Unless it was like overloading. Yeah, I think that's about all she wrote, guys. I'm not sure anything else is going to filter through. Not a bad graphic. That pretty much sums it up, doesn't it? João Felix confirmed 5 million fee. It's a good move for him. hopefully it all works out. But guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks to everyone that's joined us tonight, and be sure to join us on the channel and on Celtic here tomorrow for more of this stuff, as well as just moving on with the season now, as it feels like. Don't forget to like, subscribe. We'll be live tomorrow here for a wee bit of midweek deadline drama. So if you like those kind of early Tuesday streams, I say early because it's like deadline time, isn't it? 2 o'clock we'll be live. Ooh. Erin Cashin to Brighton. Let's check that out real quickly right before we leave. But who is he? Does he have a card? Derby County player. Oh, of course you would know about him, Rico, man. No card. But that's a guy we want to follow then. Who did they sign for Brighton? Brighton know their onions. By the way, the Brighton know their onions. Rico, man. Centre back. Irish. How many of these Irish guys? That's more of an Irish name, perhaps, but they're popping up everywhere, man. Just want to watch out for. Love it, mate. Love it. Expect this every stream now. Well, I don't know. Did we get enough likes? 45 feels a bit okay. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see, guys. Maybe I'll start dressing like this more often and see if Sky Sports hire me to replace those bozos they've got over there that don't know what they're talking about, except for Sam, obviously. But yeah, thanks everyone who joined us. I've had good fun tonight. I've not really been checking in about how many these are and the likes and all that kind of stuff because we're just here for the banter. We're here for the content. We're here for the drama deadline. But none of it happened, sadly, guys. Celtic have only signed Jeffrey Schlupp, and that's about all it was, guys. That's about all she wrote. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, like for more content like this. Stay out of trouble. Hail, hail. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.